Hello, everybody. So, um, I have taken a little time in making this video because the content of this video is pretty sacred to me, and in a moment, probably you would also hopefully come to see what I mean by this. And this is to do with being in the presence of one of the five elements that essentially makes up everything, which is the element of fire. And I speak about this in a this is sacred. And why I say this is in the context of yoga, in the context of the Vedas, in the context of Hindu tradition, the Havan, or the sacrificial fire, is pretty central. Well, kind of central to in every sacred ritual, in everything where things are consecrated. And it's also central to any form of meditation, in any form of offering for the benefit of, for the well-being of. Now, I speak of the element of fire as a way of living, as a meditative way of living. As in, now, just talking about the element of fire, there is the good fire and the bad fire. What I mean by that is the per se, the bad fire is something like the forest fire. Okay, it just burns some things into which has gone, which consumes things, and may be a little too much heat, maybe a little too much light, maybe a little too much. And anything that is a little too much may not be as conducive to life. It may be actually toppling the balance to the point of destruction. You can actually destructive elements constructively, but I'm referring to that it could essentially, a little too much may be destructive, and then you would need to learn how to have that be constructive. There's another part of the fire which is essentially constructive, and this is the fire which is within the fire. For example, say when you light a candle, at the center of it, you would find a certain, just around the wick would be almost black, where the fire has not yet reached the wick, or rather it is there, but then you can't quite see the light yet. It's black. And just at the periphery of it, you would find a very light blue color. The fire has a certain color to it. And just around that blue is a very fine kind of a white light. When you're cooking food, you would adjust the heat to a certain low flame. If it's too much, the heat would be a little too much, and you might actually burn what you're cooking. But if you adjust the flame just a little, the heat is just sufficient, and in which you can comfortably cook, and you're less likely to burn something in it. So, in Hindu mythology, according to mythology, Agni's wife is said to be Swaha. It's a little complicated thinking, but excuse me, got a cough. When you're offering something in the Hindu mythology, in the Vedas, when you're offering something, you're actually offering to Swaha. When you're offering something, there is in the sacrificial fire, you normally ends with Swaha. So what you're doing is, what you're actually offering is to this fire within the fire, which enables construction, which sustains life. Within your own person, there is a light that lights you from within. There is an essence that has you. That's the fire within. That is um, that's the essence that has you be alive. There's a spirit, but then there's the fire of the spirit that has you, that keeps the passion in you alive. That that in a way sort of keeps you ticking. That that keeps your life on a low flame and always, and has you be in a constructive mode, has you sustain what needs to be sustained. There is a way by which you're, well, there are many references to it, by which you can maintain this fire within you, as your, that you can be conscious of for your well-being. One may be to think, feel, imagine a candle flame in the region of your glabella, that is this third eye, just behind, just around there. You feel the warmth of a candle, and that's a very slow, very, very low flame, but a very nice way by which you can develop your focus and concentration. Similarly, you could imagine a candle light in the region of your heart. And that's a very mindful way of remembering the life that is you, that you're also a part of a whole, where the person you are is also a reflection of is a reflective microcosm of, which is a part of the whole macrocosm, which is part of the universe, which is part of life. Another is to imagine the flame of light in the region of your bladder. Yeah, and that's a mindful meditative way of remembering the force of life. Well, maybe in the, well, I wouldn't, okay, that's good enough. So as you are becoming aware, as you stay in the presence of this low, ever present kind of a flame within you, anything that is other than that begins to start, I wouldn't say begins to, well, in a way, starts burning out. Anything that is not begins to start cooking out, so that only the essence remains. There's an even more easier way by which you can be in the presence of this light, and which is to feel the warmth of your body. The very fact that the blood in your body is moves warmly, we are warm-blooded animals, is because there's the fire of life moving, coursing through our body. Okay, so just becoming aware of the warmth of your body has you at any point in time be in touch with the life force that is you. Yeah, And that's a very nice way to come back to your warm, cuddly teddy bear kind of a comfort zone. Anytime you feel anxious, anytime you feel perturbed by anything, anything disturbs you, you feel anxious about something, or you're afraid of something, just get in touch with the warmth of your body. And that is a very easy, quick way by which to come to a all is well zone. And from there, then once you've been in that space for long enough, until you feel safe and all is well again, then you can look at what may be that which is not working as well as you would like it to. You would be a better able to look into that, to be able to look into what there is, than in a state of, I'm not safe, I don't know what's happening, versus feeling the warmth of your body and feel safe, and then look at what's not working as well as you would like it to. You're likely to find strength, and you're likely to be able to deal with the matter much more effectively than otherwise. So I recommend you to just look into this and experience this and practice this as many times as you possibly can want to, until you actually discover the wealth that is there in practicing this as your everyday way of living. Yeah, there are more that I can that I would be informing over a period of time, as I'll be doing this, making more videos and making available. So happy discoveries.